cameraman Paul has lost his neatness, his energy, and his enthusiasm. The river, too, has changed. Now it's sluggish, deep, slow-moving. We're tired, we're dirty, fed up with the stink, with the heat, and with the following and the watching that starts again. At the moment, we've had enough, but the feeling will change, for tomorrow we have the appointment with Ali Sadikin, the governor we saw on the street.
What is this here?
It's for about 50...
He receives us in the operations room, the nerve center of centers, and on the candid charts we see what we saw on the river and in the city, births running away from deaths.
By 160,000.
Per year?
Per year.
Birth.
Birth. Yeah?
Yeah. Some people in the United States who are concerned about population say that we must consider our world is like a spaceship. And I say that this is like your description of Indonesia, like a house.
With full of people.
Yeah.
And
it's the same thing, that when Indonesia, the house is full of people, it will burst too.
we have to move some people to the other islands because many part of the island is empty.
Yeah. Is it a top priority, though, for you, family planning?
Yes, it is now
top priority.
A national program.
Yeah.
Jakarta began 3 years ago. We are a pioneer in this case.
So you're not just experimenting, you're really serious about it.
Really serious.
It's an impossible, impoverished city he must run. 20% of his budget comes from legalized gambling. To Muslim leaders with moral objections, he says, don't ride on the roads, don't use the hospitals. The gambling built them. He takes us on a tour of his city, and I continue a running argument I'm having with him on the Beceks. An obsession with me because I see a policy that ignores what's happened in our cities.
Having a discussion with you about the Becha, because in a certain sense it seemed to me that the Becha was quite practical transport. It creates no pollution, no noise, does not destroy the roads.
I agree.
Small space.
Yes,
For all these reasons, a Becha does not create the problems of a car.
Yeah.
And yet your policy is against Becas.
I am concerning about the total amount.
His answer on the tape is not clear, but he points out that they clog the roads, they draw in the villagers, the transients, for all you need for the job is stamina. Make it tough for the Beceks and the immigrants will go home. Put the rest to work in the factories to be built. And yet deep down one senses that the Beceks are despised as a symbol of backwardness. So it's out with the Becek and on to the factory worker and the modern society.
Buses, taxis, and Opel, they will try to... Dari mana asalnya?
Di sini Jakarta sih.
Orang Jakarta, Pak Saudara, bukan orang luar. Asalnya? Orang tua di mana?
Di sini sudah meninggal semua.
Orang Jakarta asli.
Iya, Jakarta asli.
He just somebody from Jakarta itself.
He's not from the outside.
Not from the outside.
So he's okay.
It's okay. But see, what we call...
It's not so much the present people who worry Sadikin. It's all the little brothers coming on.
How do you feel when you see all this?
No, truly speaking, I have two kind of feeling.
Yeah.
The first, you see, they are very, very happy.
Yeah.
I'm also feeling happy.
Yeah.
But on the other side, I tremble because of my responsibility for their future.
Everyone seems to know him by name, and nobody has to tell the kids to run after the jeep. He shows us what they're trying to do. First to a slum, typical housing for many Jakartans. Next we'll move to an improved sector where, according to Governor Sadikin, people will carry out the development themselves if you get them out of the mud.
That is kampong side that we have already done, the kampong improvement program. Yeah. Before, 2 years ago, it's very, very swamp area.
Yeah.
But
Very muddy here.
Very muddy.
Yeah.
And very terrible, the connection. But after I finished this route, you can see the reaction of the people. They are building now very nice houses. We are making progress, the government, but also the people. But now they are feeling too sorry if they still kept like this. And the value of this ground is about maybe 10 times than before.
Just because of this road?
Because of this improvement.
So what you
also,
do...
Of course, this kampong isn't typical. Neither is Sadikin. Arrogance, corruption, and inertia are more common. Sadikin is a dynamo, and the city watches fascinated, waiting for the pace to burn him out.
Kampong improvement program, yes?
Yeah.
And it's just a question of the sanitation for the people.
Yeah. Now, this is for washing here, is it?
Yes, for washing.
Yeah, so they can wash clothes and so on. Taps don't work.
Air udah nggak pernah keluar.
Ke sana nggak keluar?
Tidak, tapi ke sana. Oh, pipa. Oh, pipa sana.
What's the problem?
Oh, from here.
Yeah.
Directly in this. Here. Oh, yes, right here.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that's good. It's better than washing clothes in the river.
Oh, yeah.
We saw people washing clothes in the river, and I can't understand how they...
He covers up his broken tap with a joke about Hotel Indonesia, saying that the water of that grand hotel is not as clean as the water of the river on which we floated into town.
Much cleaner.
By what? This water?
No,
the river. Chilibon? Yeah, it's cleaner than Hotel Indonesia.
Right.
Sunday morning, the raft men have been home and come again. The price for the bamboo, as usual, some $8.
3.000-nya. Nggak kurangin dikit deh. Nggak bisa sih barangnya. Barangnya bagus itu mah.
Ini arang sulit kan airnya sulit. Airnya asat, bambu mahal.
Bagus ya bambu ya. Cara bagus nih, terima saya bayar 3.000 dah. Salam dulu ya.
Sunday morning, Jendral Hoegeng, Chief of Police, has his one day off. He rehearses on the veranda of his house with friends for their monthly TV show. Behind the house, he keeps orangutans because he says he likes them better than people.
I sang a song of love to you. Big skies of magic blue. The lovely way you look at me. Your heart so true. Take away my heart. My island cookie. You're in my heart and everything.
Later, before lunch, he takes a spin on his old Dutch bike. Even on Sundays, he's in touch. Whether it's all calculated is hard to say. I do know, though, that he's trying hard to change the image of the police.
Angker, ini bir baru.
Angker, ini baru bir.
Well, dear TV viewers in Canada, we have just...
What time is it? It's now 6:05 and you're 5 minutes late, I think. Why do you start so early in the morning to work?
Well, actually, although I'm chief of the national police, I'm just a common cop, you know.
He was right. For a few months after the shooting, he lost his job.
Di Harmoni.
Di Harmoni. Mengapa?
Masih tidur, dibangunin.
Masih tidur dibangunin. Tetapi tempatnya kan di tempat yang salah.
Di itu pinggir Cina, Amparan. Stopan bis.
Nah, tidak boleh. Tidak boleh. Jadi jangan dong, ya. Karena ini kan coba tiap pagi diadakan begitu kan, situ capek, kita capek, lalu di situ yang
saudara-saudara, kawan-kawanku, bisa, ya?
They say he was incorruptible. It may be that he was too incorruptible. He'd even put his own relatives away when they deserved it, and most Indonesians regard that as very foolish.
Apakah saudara-saudara mau berjanji kalau tidak akan berbuat begitu lagi? Ayo semua bilang, mau? Mau, oke. Mau nggak? Saudara-saudara kenal dengan saya? Yes. Terkejut, boten? Boten, oke, terima kasih, ya. Jadi untuk ini kali, saudara-saudara nanti akan diurus tepat, tetapi lain kali jangan. Janji? Janji, Pak. Terima kasih.
And they have promised me not to do such a traffic violation anymore.
Really?
Yes, they have promised me.
They said that?
Fine.
Now that a decent interval has passed, we decide to say goodbye to Hussein. We find that he's going back to a village. Like many Indonesians, he prefers the village if he can afford it. And now, with our help, he's saved enough to pay off a small fertilizer loan. But the tide of people like the river is in the other direction. And so he goes against the tide.
I go home to come back to the village now, because I am borrow from my farmer banks.
Farmer bank.
Yeah.
What you bought? You borrow fertilizer?
I have no.
You have the money?
I have no. Yes, I find already because I am 1 month already. You see, stay in Jakarta.
Oh, you had it in 1 month?
Yeah. Yes, 7,000.
That's a lot.